Good morning. So, here we go again. All right, so here's my current status. It's Thursday, so I do my sprint thing on Thursdays. Technically, my sprint don't end until next Thursday. I just started doing this last week, by the way. So I've had items in ClickUp for a month or two, but I haven't been using any kind of agile sprint setup. I've decided to start creating sprints, just so that I can kind of give myself focused time periods of work that I get things done. Same kind of deal I was doing when I was working at my last job. So here's the items I have set as things I want to get completed in this sprint. Now the Twitch auth is in trouble. So if I had to say anything, this one is probably in a state of could be problematic. So unfortunately, I don't really have a way to tag this as in trouble. I don't even have any tags that exist. I should probably create one like on track. I don't know. They may actually have things, but I don't know what they are. Convert to something. Yeah. So we'll say on track. Blocked means you run into something that let's see, on track, blocked. What other kind of tags can I have? Well, we'll have in trouble. Unlikely. In trouble. How about not in trouble? How about in doubt? And then we'll have one that's unlikely. Okay, so what I will do is I'll go to my tags, and then I'm going to call this one in doubt. It's not unlikely. But we'll call it in doubt. Oh, wait, what? How come it gave me two? I want to change that. Tags. Oh, do I have too many? How come I have two on there? Let's take that one off. In doubt is fine, but that is not. See, I created all of them. Oh, do I have to, oh, so they're not existing. I kind of thought that they would be, Oh well. I was hoping that they would just kind of hold up. Let's see if this one works. Let's see if I go to Google Auth. We'll say on track. And then we'll go here and AMG Auth on track. Well, actually it might be. This one's, I've been doing a lot of Google Auth. We'll see. I'm going to try to get that one done still. This is my auth. Docker, we'll say these guys here are I'm still going to put them on track because I've set them as a higher priority than getting all three options done. This one also, because these are, oh, come on, go away. I want to set this tag prod. We're going to put this as on track and set this guy on track as well. Mostly because, like I said, I'm setting a different level of priority. This is big, though. I mean, really, if I were to click on this, I don't have a lot of subtasks on here. But if I were to actually say what all had to work, what all needed to be in place for this to happen, let's see if this one has any. No, neither one of them has it. But since I'm doing Google Auth first, I should probably put this up top as a higher priority. And then we'll put that one, and then this guy, I'm going to move it all the way down to the bottom. And things that need to happen for this Google Auth, it's like things that this needed to incur, and I can call some of it done just so I can show where I'm at. It's like create Google client ID for test. And then we have these are items that are pretty much done, but I have to break them down. And so these would be tasks. So theoretically, we just call them tasks. It's a task list, so whatever. We have to actually create the AMG, or not the create AMG Auth microservice, and then we have to create. I probably should have had the UI on here for the login, but as a separate PBI, but I'm actually doing it as part of this. Create login UI for web. Implement AMG Auth microservice, then gateway. Complete call to gateway, or to microservice from front end. And let's see, things I can call it done. I've done this. I don't know. Wait, where'd it go? I don't know. Are these like, how do I mark them as done? If I mark it as done here, I clicked it and it disappeared. So, alright, I did this. So this is actually status. In review. I don't know. It's like, it's not in review, but it's done. Scoping, backlog, scoping, in design, ready for development, in development. Testing? Alright, we'll call it testing. Oh, okay, so that's not really a checkbox. Oh, okay. AMG Auth, microservice, I have completed that one as well. Oh, that's why that highlighted. Okay, so we're going to call this one in... is it done? Yeah, we'll call it in development, because I'm still trying to tweak a few things and get it fully functional. Create login for web. Login UI. I did this. This is actually done. So we'll call this testing. I mean, right now it's done, and I'm testing it with all the other stuff. But implement AMG Auth implement. So implementing is putting it into practice. We'll call this in development. Complete all call to. Now this is the one that I'm currently in development. That's the one I'm trying to work on right now. So these are the things that all need to get completed before I can complete the function for the PBI auth call. So this is actually quite a bit of items. Nothing's fully done, but we got to keep moving. So let's try and see if I can get to the next stage of those items. Now this one, AMG Auth, is going to have to be something similar. Add to AMG Auth microservice. Well, let's just say this is actually going to be more. Let's just say add. There's a lot to it, but it's like I have to add all the same parts. But I'm not. All right, let's just do that. Add UI. Functions to web, and then implement call implement UI call to gateway. It's going to be smaller because I've already created a lot of the bits and pieces. I do need to also add slash, no, say add verify to gateway microservice. Gateway microservice. Add. And the reason I say or verify is I have some of this functionality already there. So, because I kind of developed it at the initial onset. I created the base, what I'll call the infrastructure, the stubs, we'll call them, and to what extent that actually functions is going to be the thing. So, so here we want to go to Docker test. It means basically we need to update Docker file. Docker files for AMG auth. Update Docker file for web with calls for auth. Verify build deploy test. All right, and then this one's going to have, I need to do things like, that one's pretty straightforward. Let's create a Docker file for prod. Now, really, in order for this to work, I don't have CI/CD set up, and what I really don't want to do is go straight to prod. So I'm going to basically create the Docker file for prod, but I don't have the deployment to it, which means that's kind of a separate thing. So I can create the Docker file for prod, which, by the way, it might actually, I already exists. To some extent, it's going to be identical to test, right? So but I've got to implement whatever the GitHub continuous delivery features are going to be. So I don't know if, yeah, I might have to add some stuff or even add a different thing. So let's go back. So we're going to call this, let's go back and finish on my Google thing. Let's see if I can get this closer to done so that I can move on to the next steps. What I should probably do is, because if I get Google working, I technically have a functional login. So I'm going to put this down here instead. I'm going to move its priority down, which might put it in danger, but I think ultimately these 4 items are more important, and I may even have to push Twitch out or this AMG auth one out and pull in the GitHub, or pull in a GitHub authentication, which is technically not one of these. But yeah. So let's go back to my, let's see what this looks like. So I didn't put in my sprint, I guess. If I go to this is the sprint, right? Right, so if I was here, I really probably should add some of these items. I need to get these 2 in there. These 2 are kind of important. And I would like to get those working. With a week to go, I think I can get these working. Honestly, I don't think they're that complex. They may only take a day or 2, or get one of them or both of them working, as long as I focus on them. But I need to first get to the stage. So I'm going to drag these. Can I? How do I add? All right. I haven't used this enough times to really know, but I'm going to add from backlog. I'm going to go to my tech debt one here, and we're going to add. All right, so I want to add Create Docker file for prod, which is already there, and I already have that one. But where's the GitHub piece? All right, here we go. This is what I need. So we're gonna add PBI dot. Reframe. What the heck? Where'd it go? We ran. What happened? Did I just lose connection? It just totally disappeared. Everything just went down the tubes. All right, let's try to reload that. That was weird. It was there and then it was gone. Just, this is one of the things. I don't have these kind of problems with Azure. And this is why I was like hesitant with ClickUp. ClickUp has, I want to say buggy. I mean, it has a lot of functionality and features, but it's not great. Its performance is less than ideal. So we got this, like, all right, so now we're back to this. I shouldn't even put due dates on these, to be honest. I think due date is all for everything should be the end of the sprint. So GitHub, CD. All right, let's add this one. Because I just feel like this is more important. Add to sprint. And that's for the prod, CD to prod. And then I need to go to this guy. I want to look at this. If I am correct. Oh, that one's already on here. Check in, auto deploy to Docker test. Oh, that one's already on here? Oh, no, that's not in here. It says on track. Oh, it does say sprint. Wait a minute. All right, where is that? I marked it. Implement, create Docker file, check in, auto deploy. Oh, all right, there it is. Never mind. I guess I'm good. I already have that one, so good. It only ended up in me adding one more item, which again I think probably isn't too big of a deal. This is still technically in design, but I'll figure it out as I go. I'm gonna mark this as on track. I really think I can do this, but I'm going to change the tag on this one. Honestly, I think this is probably more in doubt because I'm putting it off as lower priority. I need to get these other parts in place. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. And the reason this is in design because I haven't done it before, so I don't know how it's going to work. And this might even be things like I have to see GitHub CD to prod, which means it's a ng something, right? Install configure ngok. Is that what it's called? For public access. Review step through for GitHub deploy on PR approval. All right. So I think we're good there. Let's get back to it. I think that's good enough that I can continue to function. Now there is a functionality in this app that I actually installed. So like if I wanted to keep track of how long something works, the thing is it's so, what I want to say, fidgety. Because like I'm working on this Google Auth item, right? So if I click on this, can I add time to it? How do I click time? Time, sprint track time. Let's call it track time. Woohoo! All right. We'll just put that over here to the side and we'll let it run. The trick is, can I stay on top of it? That's the problem. I do these track times and then I don't remember to turn them off, or don't switch when I go do something else. I don't stop it when I'm taking a break. Really what I want is just when I'm actually working on it. And then I went back to my streams and took out all the jibber jabber, where I wasn't actually working on something related to it. I would probably find that it's even less than that. So that's all right. Even when I'm working on it heads down, like last night, I was trying to iron out some stuff. And did I stream? I did stream for a little while. I feel pretty good right now, though. Went and did some boxing. And did 6 rounds. I thought about doing 8, but it was getting late. I let the clock tell me it's getting late, so I left. So you got to do what you got to do. I'm trying to get better at my starting times. I'm trying to get started earlier and stop, try to keep up on consistency with my starts. So before 9, 8:30 is best. 8 would be great, but it's getting my workouts in, getting to the gym, getting back, just getting everything done in the mornings sometimes. Sometimes when I'm working at home, I'll start working earlier, but I don't start streaming earlier because I'm doing it while I'm working out. Like instead of taking a 2-minute break where I just sit there, I'll come over here and start doing stuff, and it'll take a 5-minute break. So my workouts take 2 hours, but I've been working, so there's less wasted time. So I'm balancing it out, but I can't stream while I'm working out. No one's gonna want to watch me doing pull-ups while I'm working my workouts, or while I'm doing my code. Okay. Where was I? Let's go get my stuff started up here. What was I trying to do last night? Oh yeah, my football. My sim was, everything was running really slow while I tried to do things. And so I ended up rebooting my computer last night. I'm hoping that cleaned up some stuff. Just performance, less trashing. I don't know if my memory got beat up. It could be because I open a lot of web browser windows. I have a lot of tabs, and sometimes even windows. And as a result, I think that takes a lot of the memory, and things are getting kind of bogged down. So I have to make sure I close unnecessary tabs. But some of my workspaces can get a little cluttered because I do tend to keep them. I should reach out and let me reach out to my daughter-in-law. I don't know what else to call her. I mean, I could just say her name, Miranda, and I call her my daughter-in-law, my pseudo daughter-in-law. She's not. I have a daughter-in-law. She is more like a pseudo daughter-in-law because she's not actually married to my son yet, but for all practical purposes. Okay. Let's see here. Go here. What is going? There's a lot of stuff on here. Oh. Let's see. All right. So yeah, let's shoot out a quick text. See, I don't know if she's done anything. I mean, we talked last week, was last Monday, And she said she's going to take a look, but again, it's, you know, it's free, voluntary kind of stuff. So I'm not really. She's just doing it on her own push. So if I don't have any reason to, if I don't have any items to, I don't know what I want to say. I don't have any pull. I don't want to put any pressure on her. I guess that's what it is. I just wanted to not. I wanted to do something. I'd like to have the help, but it's got to be her desire to do so. And she has a lot more Unity knowledge than me, and that's kind of where I would like to, you know, take advantage of that. Okay, so where was I? So I was going to go to my login. Let's run this. Let's see if things will run. I was having some significant issues with, like, if I go to my error list, for some reason when I was building yesterday, I'd get these errors, and it was just, I don't know what they came from. I don't know what was causing them. They're system errors of some kind. And I was like, what the heck is going on, man? Things didn't want to build correctly. I had to yeah, I couldn't. And then it's like some of these, like, I think these are some of the things I was getting. I had to delete my node modules, rebuild my node packages. In fact, I may still have to do that. No, I did. No, wait, I did do that. Okay, so I did all the rebuild node modules and packages, and I'm hoping that fixed stuff. But after I did that, I went ahead and rebooted my computer and went to bed. So we'll see where we're at. Yeah, and I gotta deal with these warnings because they do drive me nuts. They've gotten to that point. I said that they would eventually bug me. So it's really just replacing them with, like, Tailwind references to images. So you can see on my login page, I have all these image paths. And I might just get rid of them all. Sim Game has one too, but the thing is, one of these, or a couple, I don't know if it's these ones or this one, you can't set a what was the issue? Oh, I needed the dimensions of my image to be able to know. So it's like if it's set as the back end, I can't reference it. It's like, does this one show it? So I have some functionality that's resizing based on the size of the image. And as a result, I can't have, yeah, I don't know how I would do it. I'm really kind of stumped on how to replace the one in Sim Game. For example, that one, I need the size of the image to have things act. And if you call it from Tailwind, it's like it's compiled in, and when it changes size, you can't really read it. I don't know. It would be a side distraction. I should probably put that in one of my tasks, though. Some of these things, I just tend to fix things. And this is one of the things that's tough with Sprint. So that's why I take minimal items, because I know there's going to be other things that kind of jump in and, like, I got to fix that. And if I take too many items in a sprint, I won't be allowed to do those things because I'll be having to focus that one item, and then I'll not do some other things. Some might be like, all right, well, let's go write that down as a task. Yeah, I can do that too, but it's still, I'd rather just fix things when they get in my way. All right, so I ran that. Now look, if I go to my error list, oh, no errors this time. Well, that's a good thing. At least not yet. Let's see what happens when I actually attempt to run. Now I do have my DoorDash thing. Now I don't DoorDash on Fridays because I need a day off from DoorDash. I need a work a day off. I want a day where I could just work, and Fridays is always a good day for me because it's like I want to be able to get as much done before 5 o'clock, which is usually my work cutoff time for the weekend. So I have to focus on that. All right, let's see where we're at. All right. Now what's going to happen first, should happen first, is my screen pops up. And then it redirects to login. Now you'll see it's kind of slow. I'm hoping it'll be quicker once it's compiled and it's on test and it runs on Docker and production. In my dev environment, things are kind of slow because it's not, because I have it set up where I can step through and you've got your debugger attached, and it's just slower. I do notice that when I've deployed to Docker in the past, it does load up pretty quick. We'll see. And plus, I'm running a slow machine, and I'm doing this all locally. So, all right, and bam, goes to the next thing. It takes, bam, it goes to the login screen, and then I find out if that stupid error is still sitting on the login screen. That's what I want to see next. I don't know, man, this is really slow. She's okay, so we're here. No errors? Are we done? Are we fully loaded? Hey! We're fully loaded. Everything happened. All the bugs are fixed. All the errors are fixed. Okay, so we're here. Now. Now's the big one, the big question. What happens? Now, I will get an error, I'm sure, because the odds of this working on the first try are probably slim to none. But the big test here is that now my Google should go up to my handle click, which is going to go here, which is going to run in here and call this fetch OAuth response, which should be coming from, oops. Aha, see, I'm already going to have an error because this is not defined. Yeah, that's not defined. I've got to put that in. I got to put a reference to it. That's what I got to do. So we got game plan data, which is coming from, where's the, game plan, coaching component, game plan, which is actually called from the home page. Yes. Game plan, coaching card. Nope. Maybe the game. No, it has to be. Right? Oh, wait, maybe not. Let's go to the game plan. Yeah, fetch game plan data is right here. So we actually have to go do this. And I believe it's at the same level. So we'll go here. We'll call in my login.js. And we got to put this guy here, which is not game plan data. This is going to be AMG auth data. AMG auth data, and it's going to be fetch auth response. There we go. Okay, so now it at least has the call. Now when you do an import like this, I think the import has to happen at runtime or at build time. So I don't know if this is actually going to function. We'll find out. But now at least it has it, and we will step through. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it'll capture and run. See my nice little buttons all ready to go. Click. But alas, wait. Boy, it's really slow. It went here though, so wow, that was really slow. I tell you, something's up, man. My computer. This is an old computer, and I will say that one of the things I would like to do, if if I could get, once I start getting some backers and Patreon or whatever, and whatever route I'm taking to get resources, I would like to upgrade this computer even to be my primary development machine. The reason I say that, my Surface Pro is great when it shows up, and in theory it's coming soon. Hey, you know what? I'm going to look. See, this is one of my digressions. Let's see here. Let's look at see if they sent me. Let's go to my. Again, not sure. I would think it'd say something like Microsoft. Device support Monday. Does it notify you that we will now be closing this? Okay. I guess they don't have any updates for me. I would have thought they would have had the device by now. It seems like they usually get it really fast. Oops. So it could be my mail is either missing it, or, I mean, what day is today? Thursday? I sent it Monday. Should have had it yesterday. Usually they get it really quick. I'm like almost surprised by how quick, unless suddenly this time is an exception. But I don't see why it would be. Of course, I will say this. UPS has been slow, in my opinion. Of course, when you want something, you're waiting for something to be delivered by shipping, they're always slower than you would like, right? Let's see here. Where was I going to go? Oh, I was going to go to Microsoft, which I guess I got to check. I want to see if my Surface is coming back. But anyway, my Surface Pro is a good machine. It works. It did the trick. But when I'm starting to do like Unity, I'm really worried that Unity is going to be a serious load because it's a graphics intensive. And even though I'm using a 3080 Ti on an external graphics box, it's an external GPU connected through. What the heck, man? Is Microsoft.com down? Microsoft.com. What is going on? I already have Copilot. It's already on my phone. No thanks. Don't need that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see if they show anything. I do know the ticket's there because I was able to print the. Usually once it's there. Where are we at? Oh, no. Let's see, do they have my ticket? I've seen tickets vanish from them. Okay, so. Alright, so I've already sent the package. I don't even know which one they closed. They said they closed one. It still shows that it's on its way. This is the one that I sent back to them. I'm a little worried. Honestly. 2 days. I would have thought they had it. Standard shipping, free, 6 to 8. Well, that's the... Huh. I'm a little worried about that. So we'll give it another day or so. Hopefully they'll get it today. I don't have any way to test. I don't have any way to verify, you know, what its current status is. So all I can do is wait. So, all right. They don't have it yet according to their records. And I don't have any evidence, so I have to wait. I did put the label on, sent it out Tuesday. No, it's Tuesday. That's right. Because I did it Monday, sent it Tuesday. And it was Tuesday kind of afternoon. Oh, it's only Thursday. And if it was 2 days, they get it today sometimes. So, yeah, it's not far. Let's keep moving. All right, so we're here. Let's go F10, F11. That didn't even go anywhere. Oh, did we just blow up? What was our error? Reference response is not defined. Oh. Let's see. All right. Well, see, I hit my first error. But I'm trying to see. Question is, what am I expecting this to say? It's like, all right, what am I supposed to respond to? So it's like, I think I need to get the response and then redirect to some other location. That's what I probably need to do. Because if we log in, see, I'm probably just not handling everything here. So even if I don't have response identified, and that's probably because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Because I think I may even have this take care of putting it in a cookie. In that case, do I even need the response? I just need to provide the provider. I think that's all I need. Well, yeah, I guess I need to know. Okay, so I need to know I need to know if it was successful. So, which is result. Result should be, what is result supposed to be? Result is not defined. So, either way, doesn't work. Well, it's constant result. Okay, so let's open up my auth data. Auth data. So we got fetch auth. What is it returning? So we got provider. I don't even have response as an object that goes in. I mean, it's not even set up as a... All right. Let's ask Copilot. What is it returning? Do I even have a return coming back? Is it code? Constant code, client ID. Yeah, let res, blah, 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 throw constant data. Yeah, this is not returning anything. I think I need this to return something. And why is this at the top? I think that response error, why is it at the top? Because I haven't even gotten the response yet. What am I checking? It just says if response.error. I don't feel like that's in the right place. I don't know what the heck. That feels like way out of place. Assuming. Okay, in this function, let's put this in. Okay, this has got to be wrong. But the thing is, I don't know how I'm passing a response. Where is response getting identified? I feel like something's off. The thing is, I was given this code by... But look, I have let res. Res is going to be the response. The response is going to be this. So really... code equals response, assuming the response includes a code. Yeah, this is like wrong. I'm going to take this out. And let's see if... Because there's no... Response is not a thing here. So why would I... Unless I'm supposed to pass response in from login, and so I'm supposed to create a response object, pass it in, and then read the response. But ultimately, I don't think I need to. I just want like a result. So it should be something like if includes provider, blah, blah, blah. And then we do our callback. And we do something like this. No, because that's going to set the response. And then after I set the response, then we should do something like this. And this is just be res. And then this should probably be res.code. I'm probably totally off track here. Take a look at this function and tell me if it is correct. Correctly set up. It feels close, but not quite. Also, I need a success fail result. So we're calling login page can redirect accordingly. Let's see what it does. I'm going to try to get this because I feel like it's a little off. There's something amiss. So I'm going to give AI a shot, a crack at it to let me know what I've done. Or maybe I'm not. What's going on there, AI? Are you thinking about it? And then it goes, it's really, things are slow. I know my computer's slow, but it should be a little faster than that. Issues identified, client ID, redirect URI. Whoa. Changes made. All right. Here we go. All right, let's see. It does point out, it does kind of say what it did, so. All right, declare client ID and direct URI with const. Oh, did I not do that? Oops, my bad. My bad. That's fine, I'll take that. That would have yelled at me. And justifiably so. You gotta do it right, man. So we got res, and we've got Google, Facebook, async code. Why? I don't understand code. What is code? And why is it coming back? Why is it an item? It's like, okay, so let's see what we got here. So we got await, we got the features provider, API path, headers, blah, 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 code, client ID, redirect URI, res dot data dot error. Oh, okay. That was not too bad. I didn't miss it too bad. Could have been worse. Data dot error, alert provider, and return. So this is going to give me, oh, that I didn't even notice I had a return already on here. Success, false, message, login failed. Okay, that works. And then we're down here, and we got const code res.data. Res.data. And then we gotta throw error. I don't think it did. Was it going to do anything else in this rest of this piece? It did. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. So it added the return codes. Okay, so that's good. See, I knew I needed something. So we're adding the return codes in here. This is one problem with using AI to help you type out stuff is sometimes I was looking at it and knowing stuff was missing. But I'm kind of letting AI be my typing. Because one thing I do, one of the benefits of letting AI be your typist, there's both good and bad. Okay. First of all, being somebody with experience like I am, I can kind of look at this and know when something's missing or wrong or kind of know what the functionality is. I know what's happening here. I know what these calls are, what it's doing. Syntactically, as you can see, I make errors sometimes, but I like to at least try so I slowly absorb how things are laid out. But syntactically speaking, you don't make as many syntax errors when you let an AI write the code. But you got to make sure that you're basically on top of it and you're analyzing what the AI is providing you, because in many cases it will provide you, wrong code. It's going to just do that. And so you got to make sure that you all right, so what else did it give me? Okay, so that's all. Issues identified, corrected function. Okay. All right, so I know that. And what? Now it did add code. Let's see. Code is used but not defined. Issues identified. Code is used but not defined. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with code. What is code? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is code? What is code supposed to be? Or expected to be? I do like that Visual Studio with Copilot automatically puts the workspace piece in. If you've been using it, it's there by default. You have to keep adding it in VS Code. In Visual Studio, it's there. In the context of code typically refers to the authorization code that is returned by the OAuth provider. Then the code is then exchanged for an access token. Oh. Okay. So that is a remnant. Remnant of when I was setting this up to authenticate within the app. All my authentication is being done on the service side. Now, I am guessing I can remove that. Also, the service is going to return a JWT token. A JWT token. That's kind of redundant, huh? JWT. It's a JSON web token, so it's mostly. I should just say a JWT. I should. So many sites use cookies. I was like, I'm trying to avoid using cookies, pass things around in headers and stuff like that, but I feel like everybody uses cookies. I was thinking, it's cleaner not to use cookies, but everybody uses cookies. And maybe it's because you can't not use cookies effectively. It might just be a no, don't do that. You notify them, say, hey man, we use cookies for better performance. Live with it or don't. Be a good time to set up middleware. Handling all kinds of questions all at the same time. That's a quick call, just a minute. I'm going to mute for just a half a second here. Okay, I'm back. So where was I? Oh yeah, I'm going through this motion here. So yeah, I don't need the code piece. I don't need the code piece. The code piece, as opposed to the cod piece, which is a whole nother thing. We'll get rid of that. And I don't need code here either. And yeah, so we don't have any more code reference. Yes, you can remove the code remnant and update the function to handle druit returned by the service. You can use a utility function to store the druit in a cookie to handle authentication, but for now, let's focus on updating the... Okay, that works. All right, so we're going to have this. We'll create this function first. Let's do this. I will just put this puppy here. Found similar code in public repos, view matches. I don't know what that is. Found similar code in public repos. Public repos? I don't know. Oh, probably because it was somewhere else. I don't know. Next, update the fetch auth response. Okay, so we got to go back to my OAuth response. And what do we do? Go API, unknown. Login. To use this utility function. Where is it using it? I don't see the update. Am I missing something? Oh, I do need this. Oh, because he's putting the function. It's putting the function in the utils. I guess I could put it there. I just thought use it here. I mean, but all right, fine. I guess it is a utility. It's just handling a cookie. It's not really doing any authentication or anything. Let's see, we got includes, got this, we got data login failed. I don't see the change. Unknown provider, res 200 login console. Oh, there we go, set cookie. Puts this nice little set cookie method right here. Store the druit in a cookie for 7 days. What's a good amount of time for games to hold a login? I mean, 7 days is decent. I think that's all it can be anyway in my test environment is 7. So we'll go with 7 and we'll go from there. I could always change it if I feel like. I mean, it's not like that can't be changed. This is a number that to me should actually be pulled from the database. Like I should set, cookie expiration like a security or something like that. And then I pull it from I can adjust it live, If we decide that we want cookie expiration to be blah, I don't have to have a data. I don't have to have it hard-coded. I hate hard-coded values because you never know when. So I got to go create. Let's go ahead and hit stop on this thing. We'll come back to you. Oh man, when it dies that way, I have to wait forever. It's like it takes a long time to figure out how to recover from. I can't figure out which way I'm supposed to kill it so it doesn't do that. Do I kill it here or do I kill it there? I don't know. I think the problem is killing it when it's in a continue state. You kind of want it to like run through or something. But sometimes you can't, so I don't know how you're supposed to get out. I don't know the best way to abort. So they call the utils cookies. Sure, we'll do that. So I got to go to my utils, which I think I have a method called utils. Ah, there it is. We're going to go add item. And we'll call it cookies JS. Okay, hello. Man, speed things up, man. Stay on top of it. Go on my cookies. Goodbye, hello world. Sure, this works. But ultimately, yeah, I think I'm going to have it fetch. I want the expiration to be defined by the database. I'll probably have to do something like, that's actually something I'm going to put on a note. That's, I'm going to go to my planning and tracking here. Add some more functionality to consider. And yeah, I can close this, I think. Should still be running, right? I hope. Yeah, okay, it is. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go, is it an epic? It's not a tech debt, because that's this tech debt is like the Docker, the Ngrok, the GitHub, the stuff I have to do to make that stuff function. It's not actually part of the app. So what we need is, I don't know if it's an epic, but it's certainly a feature. But it needs to go underneath something, right? Career mode, franchise mode, demo mode, customizations, game mode, crowd effects, players. All right, let's add it as a epic, I guess. Plus, I probably would need some kind of a... Well, do I need a console for it? I don't really... I'm going back and forth with this, man. I'm really struggling. Do I want a console for this? Actually, let's just do an epic. We'll call it setup system settings container. MDB. I don't know if it needs to be a service. I mean, what? Well, yeah, I guess. All right, let's call it a service. System settings service, because it's going to have to at least fetch these settings, and it's going to be what we get when it's just like all of those random little pieces of things. It's like anything that can be tweaked, changed, hard-coded, that doesn't apply specifically to anything. It's like, or it's too minor of a thing. Like in this case, it would be something like, maybe I have security setups where I say, okay, we're going to have a tag that's default values, or, you know, certain things I want to start, anything like that. It goes in the system settings service. And do I have can I make a description of this? Use folders, statuses, epic, make private. Yeah, all right, fine, we'll just create it. All right, so in this, it's kind of a backlog idea, but I haven't gotten to it. But one of the items we need to do is feature define and provide. Well, how about this? Define cookie settings. Actually, yeah, all right, we'll define cookie settings. Or how about implement cookie settings. And then is that the list? No, this is it. This is the list. How do I change its name? Oh, go up here. We'll call this. This is what it's called. Feature. Implement cookie settings. And now what this would be is a PBI. PBI. Create. This might not be the best place to have that. Maybe I should just. All right. So yeah, we'll just say PBI expiration length. And we'll say that's good, right? Good enough. Expiration length, and then we're gonna go PBI. We're gonna go add fetch to service. Add fetch and set to web UI. Now, of course, this won't even and then I don't even know how that works. When you're logged in on, like if you're logged in on your phone, do you just like always logged in? I mean, I imagine you're always logged in, because I've never had to re-log in to a game app unless the game updates or does something. I mean, there's times when you have to log in, but it's pretty rare. I can't think of it most of the time. So once you're logged in, you're logged in. So yeah, I don't know how that'll affect the web UI. Let's worry about that later. I think we're fine. I just wanted to have it because I'm probably going to end up adding a lot more to this. So now I can go in there and start adding other things. But what I am going to do is add one more list. One more item to this. These are all set up as lists, right? Yeah, okay. I'm going to add a new list. And this one is going to be called feature. This is actually the creation. Settings microservice. And then this one's going to have like PBI, create service, PBI, update proto, create define proto file, PBI, implement in gateway. All right, close enough. I think that's good enough. All right, so we can go back to my task. All right, so I need to write it down. And plus, by having that now, anytime I need to do a new one, I can do it. All right, there's one more thing I want to add. I want to go to planning tracking. We're going to go to the set cookie, and I'm going to go to the web UI. Go to description. Cookie is current. Cookie expiration expiration. Oh my gosh. Expiration is currently defined in utils. What is it? Utils cookies. Set cookie function. Just because I need to know where that is when it's time to go do the work. Because that's here. I don't want to be doing a search. Wow, where did I put that? Okay. All right, so I think we're good. Now, is that in the right place? It looks about right. Actually, is it? No. Util set cookies. If we're way up here, we're going to have to go all the way up, and then it's not utils because I'm not in source. I'm wondering if I should have my stuff inside of source, like my services. I feel like I'm almost starting to feel like my services should not be. Oh, they are inside. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. It's just not inside of the app folder. But it's also not. So if I was to go out of the resources. Oh, no, sorry, services. So we go all the way out and we're up to sources. What I don't have is me going back into app. I'm really debating my placement of, because I did this on my own. I don't feel like this is standard. Resources, I'm starting to think resources is going to go. I don't really have a lot of use for it being out here. I'm starting to find, because I've mostly been putting stuff in the public, but which is what is accessing those images from Tailwind. I'm tempted to move this, which is gonna kind of tweak stuff, but and is it a service? I don't know. I mean, utils are just functions too. I mean, they're not. There's no navigating to utils, so there's no reason data can't be in there. All right, I'm doing it. And then this thing pretty much can go away. I don't know if I have a need for that, but we'll get rid of it for now. So what that does is utils now gets to come out. It only needs to go up one level. And then, so we go data up one level, go down to utils. So we don't really need 2 levels of depth here because it's only one level up. All right. So we got rid of that, we got rid of that. We got login is no longer calling for code. Now we have our result, which is going to get something, and then we're going to go, we're going to say, nope, not service anymore. One level back for login, and then it goes over to the data folder and pulls AMG auth data. So that's fine. Who else am I doing? Game plan. Coach needs to go look. I gotta go look, make sure Coach didn't get broken. I should have been. Sometimes it's good about updating stuff, but sometimes not so much. Oh, it's not Coach. Game plan. Oh, it's 10:43. Dog, like, darn it, time goes so fast. Urgh. Why, time? Why are you this way with me? Auth data, playbook data. So that one's playbook's probably doing the same thing. Game plan. Coach? Nope. Play editor? Did not update any of that stuff. Jerk. I know I'm constantly calling my app and AI, calling it a jerk for being difficult. You know, I take it personally. Why don't you just be smart? Why do you have to be dumb? Okay. Where am I using all my image? Do I not have any images on here? I guess I'm not doing any images on here. That's probably why next... I thought maybe I was using IMG, one of the places that was complaining, but it's not. So let's take this off. I don't need it right now. No point in putting stuff in you're not using. All right, so let's go back over to my login. Montlake Terrace. Why do I have a call from Montlake Terrace? I don't. It disappeared. The abbreviation for Montlake Terrace is MNLKTR. I think that's what it said. MNLKTR. Or maybe it was MTLKTR, Montlake Terrace. I don't know. It was quite the short abbreviation, but I'm surprised I actually figured it out. It might have been TC. I don't even know if it was TCR. But all right, so here we want to go. It's like next navigation or something like that. We're gonna go import. So what's I want to say? Is it navigation? No, it's redirect. Next navigation. But I don't want. Do I want to call it that? I don't know. Let's go like this. What is it typically called? Next navigation. Import. Oh, use router? This is layout.jsx, which is using redirect. Oh, it is redirect. I'm just calling it wrong. It's supposed to be in a bracket. Like this. I don't know what the difference is between use router and redirect, but And then I wonder if I should hold the page. Oh, I don't need this. I wonder if I should hold the page. So whatever page they got here from, like if they try to, maybe they want to go check out their team first, and they created a shortcut to it. I'm going to try and see, how would I do that? I'd like to update this component to hold the calling page or the redirected from page, so that upon login I can login result equals success true. I can redirect, I can send them back to that page. And honestly, AI has really saved me a lot of time, especially with languages I don't know real well. And I'm starting to pick up and learn a lot of it, but I don't know that I'd ever like purposely type stuff out that I don't have to. Because it's like at this point, as long as AI is available to me, now it could be a flaw, could be a problem if you go to a company that doesn't allow you to use AI. Some don't. Some are paranoid of AI. That's you can't use AI here. It's like, what? What do you mean I can't use AI here? Well, I don't know if my skills are high enough for that. If I could use if I could work from home and then have a separate computer where I could at least ask the question and type it in separate, or if I could, even if I have to take that longer process, I could ask the question, get an idea of what the code's supposed to look like, and then type it myself, which is fine. It's just slower, but I think I would still need to have access to an option that's outside. So let's see, redirect. All right, let's see what it said. Tempting the login one redirect page, that page about successful login. You can use the use router hook from Next.js to manage redirection. Additionally, you can use the use effect hook to capture the current page. All right, so let's try this. I have the redirect for next navigation, and but it says I should use router, next router. Okay. Guess we'll find out. It may have just not got rid of my redirect because probably thinks I don't need it. All right, so things I have: user ID, password, remember me, button, what? But it also has this, which it's thrown in there, and then we have const router, use router. Okay. And then they're creating this nice little use effect, which is actually going to capture the page, which I think is what I was aiming for. Okay. And then on result, this is the result test I wanted. Result success. Push redirect to. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. And then we just got here, here, here. Yeah, so it's all the same. And then we're all good here. Yep. All right. See, now we can actually attempt the next step, which is once again calling my service. Now I don't have any services running, which by the way was a guaranteed fail too, because I didn't have my services even running. And as you can see, even though I had these all compiled yesterday, they all turned red on me. So something I did recently kind of choked. Last night, I was working on implementing some extra information feedback. So basically, get back like the client ID, the ID of the. I'm gaining a stutter of getting the users game ID back so I could utilize the game ID throughout the system. So if they create, AM Gamer starts popping up everywhere. That's my game ID. But I need to create, the user and the user ID, and I need to have that stuff created. So what I'll have to do is by default, I should by default create a game ID. It'd be ID whatever. And as long as it doesn't exist in the system, I'll let it replace with what they use. And maybe I define and keep their user ID. See, most games require that your user ID be unique, which I am going to do. So if your game ID is unique. So what's cool about this game for me is I can create 3 accounts. I can use my IDs because I'm going to be the first. I'm going to be the first one. Then I can say these IDs are locked. Sorry, man. They're system accounts. Can't do anything about it, man. You're out of luck. It's 10:54. I have to stop and go dash. Boo dashing. If you're so inclined to want to back and support my projects, I make about $40 a day dashing. No, that's totally wrong. I make about $30 a day. 40's on a really good day. Some days I've made as little as like 20 or less. Actually, I've made less. And that's because I only do it for a couple of hours a day. And now, I don't expect anyone to back me for that much money. That's crazy talk, man. That's insane. But if you want to help me avoid dashing and just stay focused for the next 3 hours, you can back me on Patreon, or you can back my Indiegogos, which, by the way, one is about to end. It's on my link. It will change and update in the next week or so as I create a new one. And any of that stuff you do is always appreciated. And by the way, anybody who backs me or backs me on my Indiegogo or on Patreon for this project, and make sure it's something related to this project, will be in the order of which I get those. Will be one of the people I give a test account to. Now, obviously, I can only do 100, which means about maybe 95 will be available, because I will be using probably 5 of them myself, or for the people that I'm working with, which right now is one person. I may even reserve more of those spots. But still, if it's, I might reserve 10 to start. We'll say 90 people. Eventually, I may give up some, because maybe at some point, once I go into production, I don't need those 10 spots. But I will give out accounts to everybody who backs me. Eventually, everybody will get an account that they can go to the production site and start playing with the app as it's getting developed and released. And that'll be for everybody who chooses to in some way back me. And those accounts every month get refreshed. During development, that's all I can do, man. And so everybody, this way everybody who's backed me in the next month will get an account. So if you're a continual backer, then you're early and you'll always have your account. And it doesn't have to be for any significant amount. Any backing. If it's $1 a month, $5 a month, $3 a month, $100 a month, 1,000, 20,000. Just being goofy. Till next time. You don't have to do any of that. Just follow me, subscribe to me, build my base. That's helpful in a lot of ways. Leave comments, man. Let me know what you think. If you want to add tips or suggestions, feel free to do that in the comments as well. The app is going to keep growing. I'm going to keep trying to get things going. If you like where it's headed, if you don't like it, well, if there's something about that you see problematic, I will definitely listen. If you don't like where it's headed as far as theme, or, let me know why. What is it you don't like? I mean, I'm not I'm not talking about the quality of the art. We'll hopefully change that, or that's going to change. If you don't like that it's AI, sorry. Hopefully that'll change too if I can get some art outside of that. But let's not worry about that stuff. But if like, what do you see as a problem with some of the directions I'm taking? Maybe I've considered it. Maybe I have.